fasting and false fasting. God looks at the heart. Dear friends, in today's liturgy, we get inspiration from the prophet Isaiah, chapter 58, verses 1 to 9, and the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, verses 14 to 15. What is the right way of fasting? How do I fast? How is my relationship with God and how is my relationship with others? Dear friends, the Lord invites us to make an introspection, to look within ourselves, to flash into ourselves, to examine our conscience, our feelings, our thoughts, our minds on how we relate with God and with each other and how we fast. Sometimes we major into minor issues. We make minor issues a big reality. Some issues about the church, about ourselves. We make them big mountain. We focus more on why this statue is there and not there, and why the cross is on this side and not the other side, that the cross is on the wrong side, why that person did this and that. And those are external things, which it's good to place, to know them and to arrange them. But we spend our energy on why the other one, why the other thing, and instead of focusing our energy on the internal realities of the heart, of the spirit, of the whole person. In other words, we do not move our hearts, our spirit towards God. We move our heart and spirit towards external things, which should be a means to reach God. We should not undermine the objects, the material things, the religious objects around. They should be a means. But unfortunately, we put our strength on them and we forget the most essential thing, the heart, the spirit, the inner faculties that move me. How beautiful life would be if we take care of the heart and keep only good things in the heart, and then good things will begin happening in our lives. Some people are externally right, or they pretend to be externally right. They want to do everything external, to show off, to make things as if they're clean here and there. But internally, some people are wrong and they're even rotten inside. And that's why the Lord invites us to look into the heart, to clean the heart, because our God looks at the heart. We cannot hide anything from Him. And the Lord invites us, apart from cleaning the external aspects, He invites us to clean the heart. Because when we clean the heart inside us, then everything outside us becomes clean, becomes a blessing, becomes good, and good for us and for others and before God. And so the Lord looks at the heart. Whether it is in prayer, the Lord looks at the heart. Whether it's in fasting or almsgiving or helping others, the Lord looks at the good intentions of the heart. How is my heart right now? What is in my heart? Open it up to the Lord so that He can clean it. Be humble enough and ask for reconciliation, confession in this Lenten period, and the heart will be clean, and we have an energy that will push us out to share the blessing, to share the goodness with others, to forgive, to love, to care for others. And so today's focus is on fasting as expressed in the third book of Isaiah. You know, Isaiah has 3 books, and the third book from chapters 55 to 66 talk about the third Isaiah, which is a description of a people who come back from exile. They have seen the hand of God who has freed them and made them whole, holy and happy again. Now they are moving away from their slavery, from the pains, from the oppression, meaning they have seen how God has been good to them, and they should go out and help others to be free, to be happy, and not to oppress them, to help others to be happy the way God has made them happy by freeing them from the oppression in slavery in Egypt. So in chapter 58 of Isaiah, the people of Israel have come back to their land, and they are complaining, they are grumbling against God. Imagine the God who freed them. And now they are complaining. They are bargaining. I mean, they are grumbling, and maybe we too can sometimes grumble and forget the many good things that God has done in our lives. These people are grumbling against God. Why? Because they are fasting, but for them they feel like God is disregarding their fasting. He's not responding to their fasting. Earlier on in Isaiah chapter 30, God talks to his people saying that what they are doing is fake, is false before God and before all, and he calls them to conversion. Because what the people are doing is just to make an external show, but their hearts are far away from God and far away from each other. And in today's chapter 58, we hear Isaiah talking about two false kind of. Today, Isaiah focuses on the false observance of fasting. Tomorrow, he will focus on the false observance of this Sabbath day. Today, probably some of us fast like the way it was during the time of Isaiah. It's like saying, I do something for you, God, and you must do something for me. That is not how God works. We cannot demand a blessing from God, good things from God, when we ourselves are a curse, when we ourselves are bad, our words are bad, our actions are bad. We cannot demand a blessing from God when our way of living is a bad way of living. What will bring blessings in our lives is a genuine worship, a spiritual worship, opening up our heart, our spirit, our whole life to God with good thoughts, good actions, good way of living that will invite blessings in our lives. But if our mind, our heart, our soul is on bad ways of revenge, of cursing others and wishing bad to others, we cannot expect blessings. So let's open our hearts and allow God to fill us with everything that is good, so that our way of living and speaking and doing things becomes good and a blessing to everyone that we encounter in life, beginning with our families. So if we feel why God is not blessing me, we should make a long introspection every day, every moment in our hearts, and see what is in my heart, what is in my mind. Is it good? Then God will bless us. If not in this world, in the next. But if in our mind, our heart, there is a rubbish, then how do you expect good things to come from rubbish? If it in our hearts there is constant revenge, constant unforgiveness, which is even weighing us down, how will you expect God's blessings to flow through us? Cut off all the unforgivenesses and throw it away with the reconciliation. Cut off all the jealousies, the anger. Put it away, and so that you can be able to breathe. And then blessings will flow. Then we will walk with a smile, which is typical of every good Christian who brings good news. If we want to bring good news to all the people, we have to cut off everything that is bad in our mind and in our hearts, in us. Because what is bad in us influences us badly, negatively. And what is good in us influences us positively, well, for others. And our mission on earth is to be a blessing of goodness to all the people we meet, especially beginning with our families, our communities, and every human person created in the image and likeness of God. So we heard in the first reading how Israel demanded for a reward for their bad, wrong, false fasting. Maybe we too may be like that. We do some things which are bad, our thoughts are bad, and yes, we demand and we ask for blessings and good. We pray and we ask for good things to happen to us when we are hurting others with our words and our actions. Our God invites us to focus on the heart. He demands our hearts, and he says, fast, yes, but focus first of all on the heart. Clean the heart, and we pray that the Lord may change our hearts. That's what we heard in the readings of today. Shout out to the people, cry out to the people, and announce their bad deeds, their rebellions against God. God is not shy to denounce the negativities, because he wants us to turn to what is good. He wants us happy, and that's why he tells Isaiah, shout like a trumpet. Trumpet was used to show, first of all, danger, like in this case, God is inviting the people to change from the danger of false fasting, of oppression. And the trumpet was also used to show celebration, and the Lord is inviting them to a celebration of life, of goodness. Our God looks through the false religiosity of ours, our false worship. It is possible that we fast, yes, but still have motives or intentions that are not godly, not at all human. It's just enough to remember in Acts chapter 23, verses 12, the Pharisees fasted so that Paul can be assassinated. Is that a true fasting? And Isaiah highlights the false fasting. He says, you oppress the workers, you oppress people, and you call this fasting? How do we treat our workers when they are okay, but even when they are sick? Do we give them enough due their money, their salary in time? Are we sensitive to their needs so that we encourage them to continue helping us and they feel at home? And then we hear Isaiah continuing saying that you quarrel, you fight, you beat others with wicked blows, with wicked words, with bad words, bad actions. And is this what you call fasting? That is false fasting. And now the Lord invites us to reflect on the true fasting. The good fasting is to set the oppressed free. The way Israel was set free, it was supposed to set others free. Unfortunately, they did not feel how God was good to them in order to help them be good to others. Sometimes we are good, we have been made good, but then we hurt others. Yet we have been blessed in one way, and yet we curse others. If we talk about the fasting of food, it means that, yes, we have been blessed with something to eat. Now we deprive ourselves in order to show solidarity with others who don't have anything to eat, and so that we open our hearts and our hands to be compassionate with the needy and to be generous with them, to help them be happy the way we are happy, and blessed, to share our blessing. That's the fasting. So we fast from food in order to feel what others feel, and in order to be compassionate to them and generous to them. True fasting is to break every burden. It is to share the bread, the food, with the hungry, to shelter the homeless, to be welcoming towards all, to clothe the naked. In that case, God will answer our prayers and He will bless us more. Greetings from Jerusalem, dear friends. As we continue getting inspiration from Amos chapter 5 verses 14, which is our gospel acclamation of today, where we read the Lord saying through prophet Amos, inviting you and me that seek good and not evil, and you will live if you seek good, and that God may really be with you. Do we want God to be with us? We're invited to seek good and not evil, and to open our hearts to be good to others, to bless others with the small or big blessing that God has given us. Greetings from Jerusalem once again. Blessings.